Hello everyone, welcome to this pick-a-pile reading. My name is Jade. I am part of Realm of Wellness Cosmic Coach. So we specialize in getting to the root of emotional imbalances. We're part of an embodiment practice where we guide you to feel your emotions. I use these readings as a gateway for you to connect to your higher self and to help support you to align into your true path. Of course, these are all for fun, and I have to say these are for entertainment purposes only, so take what resonates and leave the rest. But this is for the month of May. I'm so pleased you're here. I know last month, if you haven't watched last month, I would absolutely watch last month's because so many people related, and you know the energies can still carry on for the next few months. Even so, if you feel called, always look at other months, but please don't get addicted. Use it for support only, right? We hold the power and we can change in the click of a finger our reality with support, safety, and doing the inner work on a consistent process, consistent basis. So how this works, if you want to choose which crystal you are drawn to, we've got pile A, pile B, pile C. Some people, you may be drawn to 2, and that is fine. Go with the one you are most drawn to at the very beginning. Your intuition knows. Don't second guess it. If you feel confused, go back and come back again, hopefully. So we'll give you some time to just sit, close your eyes, take a deep breath in through your nose, into the belly, and just ask yourself what you need to know right now, breathing out through the mouth for the month of May. Welcome, pile A. This is your message. We have the selenite hearts. So we'll look into some tarot. These are slightly different cards than to April, if you have watched or come from that month. And the selenite heart, it's all about encompassing, nurturing yourself, supporting yourself. I feel like there's a big breakthrough for you for the month of May where you felt entangled, loss of hope, feeling, am I ever going to overcome this battle? Now this could be in relationship, in health, in work, self-employment. This is a collective reading. But there's a sense of wholeness, reshaping your heart. You've been putting into practice a few things, and I feel that it is finally going to pay off. You are going to feel just the sense of purity and that hope and that faith. Whatever religion that you've been praying on, assertive, affirmationally on, whatever the word, it's paying off, because I feel like you'll see it, because you're encompassing it. You're encompassing your whole heart. You're finally feeling this freedom and this lightness in your heart, your chest. If you've had any chest disorders like asthma, you can feel a bit of anxiety. I feel like there's going to be this big breakthrough where you'll just feel a sense of freedom within the heart. So let's see what we've got. 7 of Wands, Ace of Wands, and now these ones of course, they've got writing on, but please know I do put my own perspective into them. And also the message may resonate anyway. Your worry is unnecessary. Focus your thoughts on the outcome you desire. Release feelings of regret, guilt, or worry to your spirit, whatever. This would be 7 of, I'm sure it's swords as well, this correlates to. So this is really interesting, or it might be wands. There's a lot of throat energy. And then we've got courage in reverse. There's hesitancy. So I feel the month of May, pile A. There's a sense of trust, really trusting yourself. I see you alone. Not saying you're not going to go out, but I see you alone. I see you sort of hesitating. There's been a lot. I want to say abuse for some. Obviously, it's a collective reading. Not everyone's going to be abused, but there's a sense of feeling attacked as well. So it's like bullying vibes, jealousy, envy, hatred, and this is the source. This is like what I felt is suddenly there's this euphoria instead of this tightness grip that has been. Would be interesting what April has said to you, but 7 of Wands really indicates this. I feel you're not even going to give them a second thought. It's showing you in your own energy field, like you're not going to get to me. You protect yourself really well. You protect yourself. You look after your energy really well in May. Could be in general. You just protect yourself. But there's one person who, like, you kind of turn away from this and you're like, it doesn't really bother me, but you question the path you were going on. There's a sense of hesitancy, whether it be fear of what others say, if this would get worse, people's projections, and it may not even be bullying, it could just be projections coming. But I just don't sense that this is going to be like an overwhelm for you, because there's this full heart energy that's contained and it's kind of like protecting you. I would try and work on it's kind of like a navel passage between your sacral and solar plexus energy, where a lot of inner child energy that has not been fully processed, with any fears, beliefs of shame, guilt, grief, fear, probably said that, it is sitting in here. And this is why it's kind of like a mirror effect. It's creating that projection. And I know you'll say, I don't create this hectic drama, but if we, look at Carl Jung, I think Carl Jung, people say it differently, the shadow. If we have this part within us that's sort of mirroring away, there's kind of parts that you need to reflect inwards for the month of May. If you feel this heaviness and you feel these attacks, you feel these are projections on people, now is the time to look within yourself. And that's not blaming yourself. That means the power lies within you. The only way out of feeling this is to then look within. And when we look within, we're only empowering ourselves. We're only building up our courage, our beliefs that we are worthy. there's a sense of just feeling comfy in May and just being in your cozy clothes, being lazy, but that's good. It's good for May. But definitely work on visualization. I feel like get into, I won't say manifestation, because to me that only works when we have, or alongside manifesting, we are really looking into the parts within ourselves we tend to push away and not fully process, because we don't really want to know our shadow sides. But really asking yourself, what's holding me back here from really illuminating my divinity, my light? I feel frustration, I feel heartache more. I feel like people stopping you from speaking your truth, attacking your unique quality, because you're full of ideas in May. There's a lot of looking inwards into your infinite wisdom, pile A, because I'm seeing you with your eyes closed and you're kind of looking, you're not even focused on what is going on around you. So that's kind of a good message. But there's a lot of opinions from others, you feel, and it's time for solitude. It's time for you to go away, whether this be that you're just going off alone. If you've been wanting to go on holiday, just a little weekend away, I'm seeing like a couple of days, going out on your own. But this is going to really help you to see the path that you wish to take, although there's going to be like a limiting belief that's stopping you again. You are facing more into your internal world, into being aware of your consciousness, your infinite wisdom, and realizing that this is your power. When you choose to close your eyes, turn away from the noise of other people, it's just you. And it's always been you. And nothing else matters. That you are divinely guided. Whatever your religion, beliefs, you are guided. We have an energy field that magnitudes miles. We don't see it, so we don't believe it. But when you close your eyes, there comes this belief. And you must start to believe in yourself, because you are so full of internal wisdom. And I feel you'll see that in the month of May. That will help you to make a decision. There's a decision that you need to make. It's been weighing on your heart. And this month, it just feels there's clarity. There's this relief of making this choice. It will just come to you. You will not be fighting it and all in your head. Although this shows you in your head, it shows you in that gamma brainwave state where you are able to connect to your higher source within yourself, tuning into yourself. And what's shown to me here, the number 9 and 7. 7 is like breakthrough. It's an energy of abundance. And abundance doesn't just mean money. It's that leaping forwards, change, embodying and really taking the reins of that. I was just seeing something here. Is really believing in yourself, where this change can occur. So what I saw here is, I've never noticed this before. I've had these cards years. Isn't that amazing? He's going down the wrong way. It's so strange. I always saw this card as if he was facing a gate. And I think there is one, but he's going down the wrong path. Or there's never a wrong path, should I say. It's just a bit of a unconsciously aware, consciously unaware, should I say, where it would not reach a fulfillment to your soul. It's kind of like the same road. It's kind of like being comfortable. It's showing me you've been comfortable for too long and you kind of hidden away. You do know this path is here. You do know this lighter load, this enlightened path, this path that's so much easier is here. But you choose to take the easier option because it's what you're used to. And there's a sense of fear, even though you are I feel like you're creating this fear, pile A, because, and you do see this with, if there's been complex PTSD, complex trauma, you will choose the same road. And that isn't to blame yourself. That isn't to shame yourself. Because I see with this heart and this energy here of you looking within, you know, as an emotional coach, it's all about feeling the emotion. That's the only way we can set ourselves free. And of course, we'll always feel emotions. They're ripples, they're waves. But it will be blur, but it will get easier. Your path will be easier. You'll be able to be more focused because you are aligned to your higher self. You're not kind of unconscious. You're not unconscious anymore. Because you believe in yourself and you trust in yourself. So trusting yourself a bit more, you're definitely being guided, and you will be. I feel there'll be a bit of turbulence this month of May where you will hit mental brick walls, but the path is clear here. This is what I see. I just feel like a big sign for some of you, a big boot up in the cosmic energy space is going to be like this way. Like, you'll hear something, you'll feel something, you'll see something, something will ricochet for you to get out. You will be basically saved from going down this road, the same road you've always been before. Look how boring it is, murky. I feel some of you, there's depression. Talking down to yourself. Your self-talk it needs to change. You need to focus on mindset. Go within because you have all the answers. Look at all these beautiful energies. This is you. There's like very much orangey reds and blue tones. There's a power within you. And although that power may be coming out as aggression and frustration, there's always a yin and yang to that energy, and this energy is just oozing empowerment. You're so powerful, you're so strong, and full of courageous energy that in turn, when you go along to the right path, you will encompass more this energy of victory. It will be an easier road. You will feel relief. You'll feel more peace. Yes, we'll always feel, upset or a bit unsteady sometimes, but you will be able to cope so much more than you have before. There's so much passion in this reading. And I just feel so much around in my heart. It's like, believe in you. Believe in your trust. Believe in your infinite wisdom. Just believe. There's so much. I want to cry. There's a sense of having to use your voice to people that you are taking this direction. There's this sense of really You know, you've been dreaming of this. You've been really in your head, but in a good way. I've always said it's in a good way because this is your dream. This is your focus because it's your passion. This is where you are being called to. You don't want to please people and go down this path. You want to take the rucksack off the back and just run, because this is where you're meant to be and you will be here. But there's this using your voice, a lot of throat chakra energy on my throat. And I know it gives you anxiety, a bit of an upheaval, like it's discomfort to use your voice. You want to hide away. Your voice has been hidden so long, it's been abused. It's been stopped. But this month, you will find your voice for yourself. I would suggest you write a letter to yourself of what you want to say. And then I would read that letter out loud 3 times, because then it all entwines together. And then this will give you the strength, this will give you the courage to really speak this out loud. It doesn't need to be word for word, but of course, I always say, if you write something down, there is no shame to take that letter with you if that's what you want to express to a person. It's an exchange. It's your expression, it's your feeling, it's not wrong. Because this is where you want to go, and this is where you desire to be, and this is your worth. You're worthy to go here. There's so much passion. Your higher self. I read from your higher self. You deserve to be here. Cut the bleep. Like, get a move on. What are you waiting for? Only your own head is keeping you from here. Be in silence, be in stillness, and you will get the signs. The sign is you are supported. If you're seeing feathers, coins, that's your signs. Now, courage came out in reverse. So don't be discouraged. As this card says, there's unnecessary worry, because your thoughts, they're kind of embedded thoughts from the past. They're not present thoughts. You're in a loophole. So that means it's not you. That you can change, that it can be changed. Your thoughts create your reality. The focus now needs to be on your desire. But as I said, of course, you can listen to manifestation, meditations, or whatever. Really write down where you are. See yourself, write down as you are, that person. 3 years ahead, right? Speak these out loud. Release feelings of regret, guilt, or worry. Because you know you have a pure heart, and this is why. People can't find this wholesome heart energy of purity within themselves. So they have to take it from you. If they can't find it, they have to take it. And that's not you. And it's never been you. So feel into this guilt. Because it's not a bad emotion. It's a gift for you to free yourself. Now, again, that's just showing this hesitancy. You're not seeing a clear picture. So I would really envision, it's not saying you're going to go down the wrong path. Totally the opposite. It's saying when you start to really feel make space for your emotions, you know, regret and worry and fear, this you will see clearer. You will feel the optimism. You will feel the get-go. There's a lot of strength, and you will get into that space where you're firm. Do you know what? Nothing's like, it's real warrior energy, and your heart is going to be so structured, I want to say, like just pure and just affirmed into who you are. But there's a need that you just need to sit with these emotions, because the more you push them away, the more they're going to haunt you, and the more things in your reality, like someone will say something, someone will push you to do something, someone will just get on your nerves. It's because it's trying to, there's this kind of force energy, and it feels like this feminine energy is yearning to be felt, but you're pushing it away because that's what you've always done. But it's not you. You need to trust in yourself to feel, because again, the only way out is in. I really feel, if you chose this card, if you chose this pile A's, I focus on embodiment coaching. Now, it's not your usual coaching with conversation back and forth. That can make us feel uncomfortable when there's been emotional pain, neglect. Basically, you'll have your eyes closed most of the session, because it's focused on me guiding you into your higher self. So we use breath work, we use the tapping technique, we use color therapy. We go into different states of brainwaves, and we really get you into that space in the brainwaves where you're then in your unconscious parts. And when you're able to sit in these unconscious parts, oh my God, these answers just flow within. You feel a sense of wholeness because you're able to sit with these emotions. It doesn't mean you're going to go back to memories. You're just feeling, and this embodiment coaching really helps to nurture the heart. It's a support for the heart. I had this for 6 months. It's completely been far beyond my expectations, and I've had a lot of Western mental health support. It's just beautiful. If you are interested, my details are in the description box below. If you want to email, I can send you a free masterclass explaining about it a bit more. But I genuinely, even if it's not me, right, you need support. You need someone to support you, to feel safe. And then you'll embark on this journey. Spirit animals, owl, look up the owl, ancient wisdom. Okay, I wish you all the best. I have so much optimism for you. Let me know how you get on. I'll see you in the coming month. Welcome, pile B's. So this beautiful reading is awaiting for you, and we have I think it's the calcite, but it helps with anxiety. It helps with kind of nurturing and supporting yourself. This is the flow I get from this crystal. It's all about calming the mind. Change is coming. That might be in a different mindset. Let's see. 6 of Wands, Ace of Swords, Ah! Oh my goodness. I change. No words. What the hell? I always surprise myself. So these cards, although again, I mentioned part 8, although they say the message, I'm reading deeper into that. But insights that come from quiet meditation, the need for more sleep or time off, seek relief from stress. Ha, there we go. Anxiety. It's like a gentle mindset approach. And then we've got, in reverse, hidden motivations. Ah, it's beautiful. Again, I say again because I just read part A. There was a bit of anxiety. I still feel I feel more worry than anxiety. It's more worry, like, oh, there's a lot in the head, and that's why I felt anxiety. And it's funny because I feel like you've been on a momentum, you've been busy, do. And it's more like I have to be there for others, kind of do. I have to keep up. I have to keep being my, how others see me. I have to keep that perception of me up. And you're just so exhausted this month. I would definitely, like, you're being seen. There's something coming in where it's like, oh wow, people see me doing there's success in what you do, but there's a part of you that's like, do you know what, I'm friggin' exhausted. Absolutely exhausted. I feel like you're very successful, like things are being in your job role, working role. I just feel it's depleted. There's this sense of deep sadness I feel in my heart, actually, and it's kind of niggling you, and this is why you're exhausted. It's deep suppression in the heart space. It's been hurt, it's been loss, maybe like grief, pain, but there's been a lot of like worry that if you did stop, would you still have this? Be seen? Kind of a lot of thought in the head, and Ace of Swords is sort of acknowledging this need for a release, this light's beaming out, because there's just you're just too much in your head, and there's a sense of your energy is depleted. Your energy needs rest. Get out in nature. I know we say that a lot, but it's the best medicine. Even playing on Spotify or YouTube like nature sounds with like running water. Get out where there's, where's that place? Oh my goodness, is it Dorset? There's this place where it's very elemental. Look it up. It's like a fairy nature park. It's very elemental energy, and I just got that. Go there. It's in Dorset. If you want to look it up, I believe it's in Dorset. I see you there. Again, there's a lot of like little weekends away for pile A and pile B, and it's going to shift your perspective. Again, be on your own, same as pile A really, and be on your own, because there's a sense of wanting to escape the city. Like, you don't want to be there anymore. You want change, and you have desires of this new life, completely new life. There's just this worry, because this is the in reverse message. There's this worry. You need to trust yourself. It's kind of like you've been keeping it to yourself, but believe this can happen. I don't know if there's an ex-partner here. I say ex-partner, partner at the moment still. But you can have this change, because I feel like there's worry with your career, you know, because it's so going so well, or you're so busy, you know, when you move somewhere and you're like, it's like a sense of starting up again. I don't see that with you. I see that it's waiting for you, you know, and if something's waiting for you, it's never going to let you down. Even more fulfillment. Yeah, it will take some time, because you have to focus on rest. And until you rest, this can't come in, this big shift. But I feel there'll be, you know, a lot of focus, support again is needed, but a lot of focus to where you want to be. There's this sense of not wanting to admit something to yourself. But this will come slowly, naturally to you. I'm feeling some answers will come when you least expect it, when you're resting. This is a very short reading, but this is what I get. And you know what, Pile B, sometimes it's straight to the point messages that are like, this is what I needed. Again, if you feel another card, please do. There may be some element to it for you, but I see victory, you know, success in your career. I see this revelation as well. Yes, there might be a lot in your head, but there's this revelation. You're very intelligent. You come up with so many things that others may not necessarily come up with as quickly. And then when they come in, it's kind of like, oh, I had that idea. But there's never any envy from you. You know, you're just a swan, like a swanning around. Like, I say swan, I just noticed the long neck, like a swan. There's this graciousness to you, and you're very independent. You know yourself, you know your heart, you know your worth. Very connected to, get very elemental spirits, but there's freedom from restriction right now in your heads. And there will be relief. Your dreams aren't just dreams. You need to admit to yourself that you can have this, because it's there. It's kind of like waiting for you. A move of house, a new family, someone with kids coming in, yourself combining this element, and a lot of rest. You might even feel fatigued this month, and I wouldn't worry, because it's meant to be. It's part of the process, right? So if this resonated with you, absolutely, I would love to hear from you. Comment below, like this video, because it helps. It's an act of support. Instead of paying any money, it's a really beautiful gesture that I know, you know, it aligned to you, and it helps me to continue doing these readings and supporting your higher self. If you would love further support, I do embodiment coaching, emotional release work, all about feeling and going into our unconscious parts to really align to your soulful path that you are destined for. All details are below in the description box. So thank you so much. My Pile C, welcome to your reading. So we have here, I can't remember the name, but this was, I bought this actually in from one of my neighbours, and it isn't the usual aesthetic crystal I would ever be drawn to, but you know what? I just couldn't stop eyeing it up. And there was something, so it drew me in, like it drew me in so much that I was going into a different dimensional space. Like I was having visions, very strong energy. I know I can read the crystals towards this reading, but I really need the messages from these cards, because there's like this magnetic force with this. So it would be interesting. Very much dragon spirit energy, which dragon spirit is very warrior and victorious. And I'm feeling my heart being pulled here. There's a little ache. So let's see what's going on. Knight of Wands. King of Swords. This is very warrior energy, isn't it? Knight of Wands and King of Swords. It's like this victorious energy, like feeling really upbeat, but at the same time, King of Swords is that element of really being emotionally aware, not being so flighty. So whereas your nervous system may have been very flappy, like ooh, all over, great expression, there's a sense of, I know who I am. Do you know what? I'm very cool. You might not say that to yourself, but it's just a sense of, wow, I feel really settled in myself all of a sudden. Now I know these cards have messages, but it doesn't resonate, to the actual message. I do read more beyond that. Ooh. There's a lot of fire energy here. And this is the beauty of this reading. It's coming into your own space. I'm seeing a pattern with everyone at the moment. They're on their own, like they're going on holiday on their own for a weekend, or there's this really looking within, like really facing the deeper parts that maybe you weren't able to see before. But there's this element of you're having fun. It's like this, I don't like the saying for a reason, like I'm living my best life. I think if anything's said too much, I'm like, I don't like it. But there's that element, and it's a feeling because of you've overcome. It's like a victory dance, I hear. You're finally at the beat of your own drum. You're finally free from this. I sense someone watching you, a male. So whether you've split up or, I don't feel there's jealousy. I just feel like there's very coolness. I get some may have been narcissistic, because it's like not even feeling anything. A bit cold, but there is that element of, you've moved on. But this is a collective reading. There are so many messages into this. There's also an element of really feeling into this masculine and feminine space of you. This is coolness, whereas there was this hecticness before. It's coming into this kind of settled space. And I feel a lot of this is like nervous system vibes. So it goes with the crystal that I was mentioning, that still can't remember its name. It's kind of an element of remembering who you are, and if you're feeling more fulfilled with this element. And there's 5 here, so this signals like a momentum of a shift coming in, where you're starting to see a new pathway starting to see. It's kind of, you're making the thoughts, you're acknowledging it in your head, before, and then there's going to be like a momentum. There is support, there is a lot of support from very powerful beings that may have been there in different lifetimes with you, but there's also a lady that will help you resolve how to sort of get away from this person. There's a lot going on, so if it sounds muddly, palsy, maybe choose another pile. So it's good to have another pile to make sense of these messages, because sometimes there's just so much it can feel conflicted, but again, take what resonates. But there's been a lot of, like, I wouldn't say, of course there's been worry, but it's more like franticness. There's a lot of nervous system, again, as I said, energy that's been like, oh yeah, but if I do that, that's not going to go there. You see, I do the puzzle, this is the mind. It's like, if I put that there, then, you know, I'm still going to be lacking with this. But this is your mind, you know, you're being too logical with your approach. You're not seeing the space you're in now. And I know that you don't want to maybe stay where you are now. There is a sense of, you have to see where you are now. There's a sense of, and I don't like this either, like, be grateful. Like, when you've got all these treacherous emotions, it's hard to be grateful, but there's, acknowledge where you are at. I feel like a pacey heart, so I feel a bit of anxiety, but it's more like, oh, tetchy. So I don't know if you've ever had like shingles or nervous system disorder, twitchiness, like maybe like mobility. That's what's coming here. But it's like where you are at now, like your home space, your environment, it's just not how you ever pictured it. And this is getting you down somewhat. But ahead is like a more structured, this is what you're aiming for. You want a more structured sort of safe space, your environment, your home. And it's away from where you are. It's away. I feel that it's away, and it's more grandiose, you know. And that may be even smaller than your home, but grandiose in the sense of, this is what I envision. Now this is where I feel safety is. Could be just more sleek with the painting, sleek with the aesthetics in the home, rather than being a big mansion. But might have more windows. Don't know, that was really random. Some of you, there's swimming pool, a little lake near water. Being near water would be good for you as your environment. But yeah, there's just a bit of a struggle. You're just placing, you know, where things are to be, and you just want things to be like that, and then you'll feel safe. It's kind of like this sense of control, but it isn't like because you are controlling. It's because you've always felt that everything has to be structured, and then you'll feel safe, and then you can relax and breathe. But it doesn't have to be like that. But I feel sharing with someone's going to really help you. It's really going to help. Some of you need to grieve as well. Solutions. They'll help you find solutions. Get out in the sun more, I'm seeing as well. Compromise. Self-control. See where I said there's a sense of being in control of yourself, but it's a sense of, so you feel self-control, but you have that control as well. You have that control anyway. It's called patience. It's called patience, forgiveness for within yourself, and then this healing energy can come in. There's very much an energy of healing and masculine who's suppressed your enjoyment, your love of life. Again, might be mixed messages, but there is this element of like a narcissist. And I'm getting this feeling of being pulled back in my head. Doesn't want you to go forward. Wants you to be where he is. But you know what? There's a big milestone for you. You will come out of this. Because milestone is a eureka moment, change, big shift, being victorious. Didn't realise that. There is such happiness coming from this. This is beautiful. And I know it may not seem it, because if you're still in this energy with this person, and you know, in the logical mind, like, oh, that bit there, you know, I've seen that pattern with all these energies for May. It's very much really need to focus on your mindset, because otherwise you're just going to feel more stuck. But there is this element of have more healing experiences this May for you, Parsi. Explore your mindset. Release your emotions. Don't feel like you're stuck with your emotions. Like, be at one with your emotions. Feel your emotions. You know, I see him walking into the water. It's all about feeling, and feeling is be able to know that your emotions, you are already in control. But there's this element of be aware of your reactions. Be patient with yourself. Self-control. And then you'll be able to observe really where you're going. You love gardens. You love the freedom of element energy. I feel like where you'll move, it'll be, everyone's moving. There's a lot of movement. A beautiful garden, anyway, with a little lake. I keep saying that. It's like a little pond. God, plodding along though. Random, but I feel for some of you there's a trinket that is worth a lot of money, or more money than you think. And you know, I don't want to say that like, oh yeah, you get given something from your generation and you can just like sell it. That's up to you. But there's just a little trinket for some of you, like an ornamental thing that's worth a lot of money, more than you think. And you may find that this month. Or it's something you find in a car boot. You buy it and you find out, wow, it's worth more money. Yeah, just a little sign there for you. If you need any support, I am an emotional coach, emotional release life coach, embodiment coach. It's all about feeling into the unconscious part. So freedom is always there, transformation, when we can feel into the parts that we suppress or block away. You know, they go far back as our generations, inner child, fragmentations, and that's what holds us back to our true aligned soulful path. And I have a 12-month program of this, so I do one-to-ones also, not just a program. But if you want any support in the somatic, psychosomatic space, a support with somatics alongside Western medicine, then please, if you feel aligned, drawn to me, all my details are in the description box below. My email and my Instagram is xcosmiccoachx as well. I do have a website coming up. It should be out summertime. It's a long process, but it is going to be a realm of wellness, a hub, you know, of support. The Western system for mental health is crumbling, and it's been my vision, and from my own journey of struggling, to rebuild this. There's going to be a shop, there's going to be healing, and the best healing. I say best healing, I've been doing it for 16 years and always working and getting different codes, star system codes. There's going to be digital products, audio, digital coaching. There's going to be, of course, our embodiment coaching. There's free masterclasses. There's so much on there. Breathwork. There's so much. But anyway, I wish you all the best for the month of May, and I will see you on the next month.